It's goodbye Tottori Prefecture, and it's on to the next prefecture. But if you were hoping for a bullet train or a limited express, like I was, nope. It's just going to be this kind of old gas guzzler. Maybe I should have gone that way. When you ride the bullet train or a lot of limited expresses, it's never really an issue about stocking up on food. But in this case, because I'm going to be taking regular trains, and even though I'm transferring a lot, most of the transfers at stations are only 2-3 minutes. Which means you don't have time to actually stop and get lunch or breakfast, so you're going to have to bring it with you, which is why Japanese convenience stores are so convenient, besides the fact that they just have pretty much everything and actually quite a few healthy alternatives. So for breakfast, yes, Roro Zoro would be proud. It's time for some onigiri, rice balls, salmon mayonnaise, and sea chicken mayonnaise. I always laugh at that. And Bulgaria yogurt kotoshu, if you know the sumo wrestler. Yeah, well anyway, it's just fun that he's associated with that, and it's good yogurt too. A little bit of Ghana milk chocolate there, so we've got Bulgaria and Ghana. I tried to pick up as many countries as we can. And all of the pastries in convenience stores here are generally pretty fresh. They get brought in every night kind of thing. And for lunch, even though there's not going to be a microwave, we're talking 400 yen here for some fried chicken with some rice and some Kewpie mayonnaise there with the dancing baby. I'm off that old orange train there in a really lovely place, Kino Saki Hot Springs here. And it's the kind of thing everybody on this train had stationed at Yachikipu and chatting with them. They're all off for a nice day in the hot springs. People are finished taking pictures of the train here because it's time to take this limited express Konotori, which is heading to Osaka, even though I'm not. It's a busy train here in the regular seats. Here are the reserved seats, 2x2. And it is a pretty old looking train, but the green seats look okay. I've arrived here, Fukui, which is sort of an interesting station just because of the large number of trains that are going to be coming here. Some interesting shapes, some off to Osaka, some off to Kyoto, any of which I could have chosen. However, it's going to be this local train here to head off 12:50, heading up, taking the long way. This is a very typical local train. The newer variety though. You can imagine if you were down in Kansai or one of the more crowded regions that at rush hour, this would be packed. Not so much up here. And it's off that train in East Maizuru. And here's my next train. When you get on these small rural trains, it's always worth checking if they've got a bathroom before a long trip. A couple hours on this train now for me. And here we've got just long enough of a stopover to consider how this town fared and if it changed after 2008. Here's a look at the main drag. Slightly covered over there, not quite an arcade. And there's the station name, but with no English. And it's always great that these places are almost everywhere. So if you do have questions or want to rent a bicycle,
小浜へようこそ。
some beautiful scenery on that Obama line. And now, this is almost the end of the small stops. We're at Tsuruga. With some time here before the next train comes, you can always look ahead. We are in Fukui Ken, which means prefecture, before heading into Fukui City. Maybe just get a heads up.
福井へようこそ。
And this is always exciting when you travel to stations. They're going to be saying the Shinkansen, the bullet train is coming. And then you go talk about it and you find out that it's going to be in about, 20 years or so. Although there is construction going on around the station, are they really that far ahead of the game? And this train, the Thunderbird, looks like a beast with real green seats here. 2x1, lots of legroom and headrests. And what's the first thing you'll notice? Yes, it's still winter out here. The West Coast is always famous for getting more snow than the rest. And as the mighty Thunderbird pulls out, it's time to come check out Fukui. Or if you heard the guy on the train say it over the announcement, Fukui.